This is an exhibition of work made by 18 high school students who have participated with me at the Wexner Center in an 18-week course on art and the environment. We've looked at artists and met artists who deal with environmental issues. I chose the environment because of artists who would be coming to the Wexner Center, specifically Alexis Rockman and Meryl Lademan-Euclides, who do artist projects that have environmentalist connections. We've also met scientists at OSU who do research in the environmental sciences. So this exhibition represents each student's final project where they had to pick an area of environmentalism, do some research, and create an artist project in response.
Well, the issue that I addressed was animals that are endangered and the reasons why they're becoming endangered. And one of the reasons is because of loss of habitat, like deforestation and urban sprawl, and also pollution, which is killing animals that are lower on the food chain and then basically working its way up. And I tried to choose some type of metaphor to portray my idea, and I like the story of like people who are lost at sea. They like to put messages in a bottle and send it out to sea. And so I decided to make animals have pictures of themselves in the bottle and then send it out to sea in the hope that someone would find it and help save their species.
My piece is about apathy and that everybody essentially has some level of apathy in their life. And so when you see this, you kind of notice it's a little far out from the wall, kind of walk behind it. There are instructions to use the megaphone to stand on that little space and yell, making the fact that you have apathy in your life a concrete idea and exposing you to public scrutiny.
I ate a turkey sandwich today for lunch, and I'm supposed to be a vegetarian.
It was really, really amazing to see them just sort of light up, and they had to do sort of double time work as far as keeping up with their regular studies, plus the classes they missed, and also do the Wexner work, but they all seemed to fare really well.
I think the value of integration across the board in academics is a very, very important thing. I don't think that our disciplines are really as separate as we artificially make them to be. That's all for convenience sake. And I also think that when we help students to make those connections, we enhance their understanding of both disciplines.
It's just a natural connection, and I think it's crazy that we've separated it and that we don't teach it like this all the time.
My project's basically two parts. The first part is the museum piece, which is basically like showing how there's a tree stump in there, and it's everything that we think of as Earth today, and the fact that if we don't stop habitat destruction, our Earth as we know it today could become a museum piece. And then the second part, which is the video, is addressing like something close to home, and it's talking about the Columbus Zoo, and it's saying that if we don't stop habitat destruction, zoos will become living biological libraries of animals that were once out in the wild. So I interviewed Rebecca Rose, who's the head conservation at the Columbus Zoo, and she actually, this summer, she offered me to like intern at the Columbus Zoo. So like, I want to be a scientist when I grow up, and art is something that I love to do on the side. And so it was really cool to find a class that could integrate both of those. And they let us do whatever we want. Like, we had no boundaries, and they could offer us anything. Like, they provided like the videos, and they paid for our like books, and we got to go to New York City and like meet amazing artists that I've never had a chance to meet before. And now I really like admire people like Alexis Rockman. I love his work because it's traditional painting, but he's also like a scientist, and he researches all his paintings, and that could be like something I could do if I was a scientist.
This is a beautiful, beautiful example right here in Columbus of how universities and public schools and art and cultural organizations are cooperating to improve the quality of education for students.
The final project I'm so pleased with. I mean, you have no idea how important this was to me. Over 2 months of my life was in this thing, and that's more than I can say for a lot of things.
This course really just helped me open my eyes to other kinds of art and who I am as an artist, who I am as a person. Just like I've kind of mentioned it again, but just it's really just kind of opened my eyes just to the world.